see. Turn that down. So this isn't part 2 of Lords of Shadow 1. This is part 1 of Lords of Shadow 2, the sequel. The sequel I was most excited for before it came out and was super let down by the time I finished it. I thought the gameplay and the concepts were pretty good, but the story just gets ass the farther you get into it. There are some legit things of this game that are okay. But if you played this one without playing Mirror of Fate, it's
This paladin thinks he is humanity's last hope.
It's super
just like all those who came before him.
Super confusing. And
in ages long past, there was once a warrior who was both noble and brave beyond all measure. His deeds of heroism.
Spoiler alert, Gabriel is Dracula.
His name was whispered within the hallowed halls of men.
Which the reveal of him being Dracula in the first game was a legit, pretty good twist.
In the mists of time, forever.
Like, I remember going through the entire first game wondering, where the hell are we getting the Dracula? And they just sort of spring it on you.
For even after defeating the Lords
and it made the hype of this game super dope.
His soul was consumed by the very darkness that he sought to destroy. As that ancient prophecy foretold, whomsoever defeats the Lords of Shadow.
A little recap of what happened from the first game.
As the Prince of Darkness.
Let me set my phone down.
Fate had played its hand, and unknown to Gabriel, his beloved wife Marie conceived a son by him. The Brotherhood of Light warned her of that.
Now, this part happens in Mirror of Fate,
so, with heavy heart,
which I guess the Mirror of Fate game sort of led to Mercury's Stream working on that that Metroid game, Samus Returns, and then later Dread. I think I left my phone in the other room. I'll be right back.
He would be ready to stand against his own blood, as foretold. That day would come, some 25 years later, for what had once been Gabriel Belmont was now a powerful vampire known as Dracula, the Dragon. The Brotherhood of Light fought against the onslaught of his dark armies, which laid waste to towns and villages across the land, but to little avail. Trevor was now fully grown to manhood, and the truth of his origin and destiny of the Belmont clan was finally revealed to him. So he set out to confront his father.
Not sure what.
And end his family's shame forever.
Oh, here it is.
But Trevor failed, and was mortally wounded in the confrontation with his father. He was no match for Dracula.
Most people did not play Mirror of Fate because it was only on the 3DS.
Trevor finally revealed his true identity.
They did port it over to PlayStation just before the game came out.
He desperately sought to save his dying son by giving him his own lifeblood, but it was too late. So he thought.
Now, turning Trevor into Alucard was stupid.
Buried his son within the walls of his great castle, and then swore bloody vengeance upon the world.
It's probably my least favorite part of this whole reboot thing they did.
Only to him. He struck with fury and merciless cruelty at humanity. He vowed to hunt God's children for all eternity. But fate still had one last card to play. Dracula's blood had power, and that power now coursed through the veins of his dead son, slowly reviving him over many years, until one night he emerged once more into the world, not as a man, but as a creature like his father. What had once been Trevor Belmont was now gone forever. He was now a vampire like his father, though he swore that
Now,
he
if
would
you
not
were
be
going to
like
turn Trevor
he would
into
take the name
Alucard,
Alucard.
like,
He would be a force for good,
even though
opposing his
they
capacity
go over it in
in that
Mirror of
very
Fate, still just like
Alucard swore to
don't
destroy Dracula.
don't up front talk about it. Wait until a little while and then have a
But
big
fate
reveal.
had something else in mind.
Similar to what they did with Gabriel.
Meanwhile, Trevor's own son grew into a fearsome warrior with
That's
a
supposed to be
reputation
Simon.
that far exceeded even that of his illustrious father. Simon Belmont knew
I don't think
little
he
of his
shows
own
up in the
lineage,
game.
nor
He's
his
super
importance in the
ginger in
events to come.
Mirror of Fate.
All he knew was that his mother had died at the hands of Dracula's minions when he was but an infant, and his father
When he
had been
was
killed
but a
in
bab.
single combat with Dracula. Found and raised by the people of White Mountains, Simon had but one.
I kind of like his design. They make him seem more like a barbarian, which is what Simon is.
After years of training in the arts of
But it doesn't
war,
make sense that Trevor
Simon
would
set
be
off for Dracula's castle
Simon's
to date with
dad.
destiny. Once in the castle, Simon met Alucard, and knowing little of the true identity of his companion, joined forces with him. Blood bound them together, and fate took a hand once again, as finally they met their dreaded foe in mortal combat. Simon defeated Dracula with his whip, and yet Alucard sensed
Don't remember the
all was
exposition
not
happening this
as
soon. Oh shit! I think I know what happens.
would turn.
I played the prologue to the game, which happens right before this. Shit. Wait. I'm surprised it didn't take me to a menu or anything. Ah, crap. Skip a cutscene to get to another cutscene. Yeah, the game doesn't start here. There's an entire prologue that I played and forgot about. I thought it would have send me back to okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, a few months ago I checked to see if the CD still worked, and I played the prologue. There we go. We'll start from the beginning and then skip that long intro thing. The prologue's not very long. It just sort of goes over like the sword, the claws, the climbing mechanics. You fight like a little gold angel person. I assume there was a menu where it was like new game, load game, and all that.
The Brotherhood's siege is in vain. I am Dracul, Prince of Darkness.
See, this is how it starts. It was interesting that, like, that's in the first game they had the whole the mask of life and the mask of death, and that book was the menu system. So it's a neat little nod to the first game. Yeah, this is where they show you where you have like all your powers, and then they take them away. They had the demo of this game be this opening part. Okay, before we get like a half an hour of cutscenes. Gotta love those God of War whip mechanics. I don't know, the idea of playing Dracula in a Castlevania game is really cool. I think those Sorrow Despair games are I think you play as a type of Dracula or like a reincarnation of him. I never played those. Those were on like the Game Boy Advance or something like it.
We can take him. God protect us.
I like the idea of playing Dracula and having to like deal with the hunters that just sort of come to your door.
I'm dying for a little drop of blood.
It's weird, he throws his cup so he can pick it up, say his line, and then throw it again. Okay.
Die, devil.
Blocking. L2. I don't think I blocked that. Oh, hey, Link IV, or however you say that. You usually show up to watch this crap. Oh. Okay. Fair. That was an epic fair. Who next? There we go. As anyone who watches me play games know, I'm awful at parodying in any game there is. You even want to watch my Dark Souls play?
Move away. He's lying.
Yeah, gameplay wise and environments, the environments, the gameplay, most of the characters and shit like that, I like in this game. It's the story that starts off really good and then just sort of, oh wait, now this is the cool part. Just sort of eat them. And then toss him away like he's just shit. Done with you. A fun little thing, in the first game, you had all these, Dead Brotherhood Knights that you would pick up gems and scrolls from. And, these guys are wearing the exact same armor as them. Okay.
Come here.
You basically have this exact same powers as the first game. You got the blue power that recharges your health as you attack, which they have as the sword here. And then you have the red power, which just deals more damage, which they have as like the claws or something. I think the sword's supposed to be like weak, but it does heal you. But so does eating people. I think we'll put the sword away. Yeah, the claws are good for shields.
Come here. Charge.
Get rid of shield man real fast. There's another one with a shield up there. You only really need the sword if you want to heal yourself. Yeah, I know.
Take him down.
They did have a DLC in this game where you played as Alucard. That was pretty good. It was kind of short, but I remember it wasn't bad. Now, the original Dracula would never do this shit on his own. He'd have minions that could do it for him. They do this thing where, like, the blood of the castle corrupts all your minions, so they no longer listen to you. It could just turn into a bat and fly across the chasm, but, you know, whatever. Because Dracula would really fall to his death. Oh, what? I thought I had that. What? Okay. That time I did hit. Let me try the X button. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just hitting the wrong buttons. And if you're stupid, you can turn on this and you can check out the path you have to In case you can't see what the fuck you're going to.
What is a man
What a miserable pile of shit.
but a miserable pile of secrets?
You had one chance to do that line in the remake, or the reboot, and you, I don't know, he should have said that when those guys first entered his chamber. So no one's around to listen to him. It would have made sense if he said it from the fucking throne.
God is with
Or if he said it to this guy.
That will be your ruin.
I will purge the world of your presence.
I think you fight this guy a couple times. Like I think in like a flashback scene later. Because Dracula needs to jump. Now this part's pretty cool when the robot turns its arm, all these people fucking fall over.
He's lying! Break the castle! He's lying!
Oops. These little dots right here you grab onto. Yeah, right there. That's great.
Smash him against the castle!
I'm just going to hit the X button from now on. Oops. I hit too soon. Like the first game, this game has only 3 large bosses that you climb on. Technically Titans. You have this one, the Medusa creature, and the big fucking dragon. It's not really a dragon, it's like a Leviathan or something. It's like the very final boss. It's not even really a boss, it's more like a landscape you gotta climb through to get to the last boss.
You shall not pass!
Thank you. It's just really weird that sometimes in this game he uses his mist and bat forms to like shoot across large gaps, and then the rest of the game you're climbing on little nubs and ledges. Ooh, that thing got me. Okay. I'm Dracula. I gotta swing like a monkey to climb up stuff. Yeah, the game's really easy to rip on, like in hindsight, but when this game was coming out, I was completely down to play this shit, because I really liked the first game. I remember I beat the first game at least 3 times. The original time, and then like, another time to do like completionist shit. And then one more time just before this game came out, because I waited to get the DLC till right before it came out. And the entire time I was playing this game, I think I was enjoying myself for the most part. I didn't like the whole Trevor is Alucard aspect, nor did I like I didn't like how they did the last boss of Lucifer. Like he looks like the same character from the first game, but he's super ugly. Which I wasn't paying attention.
The siege titan is destroying the walls of my castle. I will not hide behind them.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm hitting every one of them. Let this guy shoot. There we go. I just need to unlock this shit. From this guy. Oh, damn it. Almost. Oh god, Kratos opened this door.
Take him down. He's lying.
Shit. I gotta grab onto this. Where am I going? There we go. Rinse and repeat.
Come on then.
Tonight will be your last, Prince of Darkness.
Move away. He's lying. Die, devil. Move away. He's lying.
Come on, fucker.
Die, devil.
This is weird. You got the weird big robot brain right here. Which I think that's supposed to be a I think it's supposed to be like magic crystals from the Stone Titans. I remember they did this pretty cool thing where you go through these doors and it's like going back in time. So like half of the game, the castle's like in the future with the city like built on top of it, and the other half is you go back and the castle's like still intact. It has something to do with the plot of the game. I don't really remember. Oh, what a day. This time is fall keeps.
Die, monster. You don't belong in this world.
my magic is I think it's infinite in this opening part. It's not like in the rest of the game. There's that prologue where you're overpowered. If I remember correctly, they don't explain well how he becomes a vampire. Like, there was a DLC in the first game where you drank the one vampire girl's blood because you go in like a Forgotten One's dimension and only like nether creatures can enter. So he drinks her blood. I guess that makes you a vampire? And I guess absorbing the Forgotten One's power is what makes you, you know, what makes you special. But before the download came out, there was no clue on what really happened. Shit, I'm not doing well.
My power is absolute. Now only fools dare to challenge me.
I sure am great, am I?
I will purge the world of your presence.
Yeah, most of the bosses fight just like this guy. Because, there's not a lot of bosses. There's the Medusa, which is like the big Titan type boss that you have to climb up. There was Lucifer at the end, and you fight Sobek, who was the Grim Reaper of Death. Which is probably the coolest boss in this game. You stink. Fight Dracula, you're like, you smell. Yeah, see, he gives the Richter line. So he should have waited until he was in his presence to say the miserable pile of secrets. Shit. Yeah. I remember I beat him in one shot when I played the prologue a few months ago.
This paladin thinks he is humanity's last hope, just like all those who came before.
The stench of
Sorry
your
to
soul
interrupt
is
that thought.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world. You are going to die.
Oh. Nope. I won't.
The stench of your soul is disgusting. Die, monster! You don't belong in this world. Come and face me. Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
Not good at dodging.
Tonight will be ours, Prince of Darkness.
Okay, he almost did.
Come and face me.
Kind of weird that they wouldn't tell you about that till later.
Belong in this world.
There we go.
Christus vivit, Mistus Regnum.
Would have been cool if they made this guy like there was a shadow version of Richter and have him die.
I was like you once.
Did I turn to
But
atheism?
your God shall
I watched
bring
T.J.
another
Kirk.
path.
Messias, Emmanuel, Soter, Sabaoth, Agios, Inkiros, Athanatos, Jehovah.
Your God is no match against my skepticism.
That's why the power of your God cannot destroy.
Exceperamus, a creatura isca,
He's just quoting T.J. Kirk now.
et ab omni locuitur.
Ubi fuerit
The amazing atheist. I don't know if this shit can happen, then clearly there has to be a god. If he's making lightning magic come out of your cross, then something's up. Who the flip are you?
In ages long past, there was once a warrior who was both noble and brave beyond all measure. His deeds of heroism and skill in combat were legend.
Oh yeah, we already watched this shit.
His name...
Skip that. This one at least. Okay. Here's where we pick up in the modern times. He's been sleeping for 1,000 years. Shit, he probably has to take a piss. I know I do. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm like Dracula. I've been sleeping for 1,000 years. I really have the tinkle.
An unusual hiding place for the Prince of Darkness. Don't you think?
Zobek, where have you been all this time?
Yeah, that's the secret Lords of Shadow 1 ending.
And what of you? Why have you been hiding all this time? Gabriel.
Don't you dare call me that. Isint Dracul.
That voice doesn't match the body. They should have done the same voice, but like put like a raspy filter on him. Should have been like when Gary Oldman was Old Man Dracula. He talked with a raspy voice.
Satan's acolytes are readying for his imminent return. Help me stop him. Or you and I will become his favorite pets. For all eternity.
It's weird that that cutscene was broken up into so many little parts. I remember when this game was coming out, this part was controversial. It was like, oh, he attacks a family in an alleyway, and it's like he's raping a woman. I really don't see it, but it does. It like happens in a first-person view.
Help me, and I can free you of your immortality.
That's supposed to be little Trevor. Okay, so if they did the same thing where, like, a Belmont descendant became Alucard, I'm okay with that. Just invent a new one or something. Like call him like Thaddeus Belmont or something, and have him become Alucard. Let Trevor be his own thing. I think this was the part that everyone was huffy about. I think so. Or you kill this monster. Yes, yeah, they're pretty weak, and I think you're supposed to lose all your life in this part. Smithers, I'm too weak. I'm just gonna spoil it now. That guy's Alucard. You already figure out by the time it happens, but and they don't reveal it till like the very end. I think this was the part. I don't remember it being as bad as people were making out to be.
Look, Daddy, the man's moving.
Stay away from me. Catherine, you come here! Now! Get here! You stay away from them!
See, they should have made a first-person Dracula game. Yeah, I don't see anything rapey with this scene. It's just vampire shit. You do the same thing in that one vampire game. We just called it Vampire. Now you're in like Zobek's tower or something. I don't like that's Alucard, but I was trying to remember what they called him up till that, because I remember during the time that these games were coming out, I was doing a lot of the official Wikipedia for Castlevania and God of War and shit. I think that he's just called Armored Guy or armored soldier.
Relax. Our guest is just a little confused. I know what he wants. You see before you the legendary vampire killer. Your old weapon, if you recall.
That was part of my old collection.
Of ending your immortal life. You thought it destroyed. But you see, you can have the eternal rest you crave after all. But first, you must help me. Prevent Satan's return to the world. Then, I swear to you,
my nipples look like milk duds.
I will deliver the fatal blow to your heart myself.
And I am sure you will fulfill that vow.
I suspect you'll be very good at it. See, he's actually death, so he's
Since you sent Satan back to hell 1,000 years ago, his human offspring, or acolytes as they call themselves, have been dormant. I suppose that all of us, feared your wrath and great power. But not now. Now, even my bodyguard is more than a match for you.
Yeah, he's just called the bodyguard in the Wikipedia.
Preparing for their father's return. Now they fear nothing.
Don't they fear the mighty Zobek?
Only you.
Now I have stock in Amazon.
Can defeat them.
An apple.
Follow me, please. We must find and destroy the acolytes before they can finalize their preparations for Satan's return.
Trying to remember the acolytes. It was like a bald guy that sort of looks like Pinhead.
Not even I know with any degree of certainty who or where they are.
I completely forget who the other two are. I think one of them isn't even a boss. He like shows up, dies immediately, and then it's someone else.
The acolytes must never know who hunts them down. The element of surprise will give us the advantage. Until you are at full strength again.
And you don't know who they are or where they are.
Did you know that this city is built upon the foundations of your castle? The acolytes are focusing their
It's weird to
attentions
just build
here
a
for
city
very good
over on
reason.
top of a castle.
Satan has specifically chosen this place for his return. He means to
It would make
enslave
sense in
you
some
first,
cases, but like
to humiliate you for what you did to him.
Let's get on with it.
majority of the city is like a biolab and some other shit like that. Some docks. Oh yeah, okay, so one of the acolytes is like she had something to do with like a bioscientist, and I think she looked like a clown.
Plunge the world into chaos before Satan can be summoned. Their activities leave spectral traces. which are difficult but not impossible to follow. This is the headquarters of a powerful pharmaceutical corporation.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
suspect
talking
that
about.
one of the acolytes is operating from there.
The female
The
one.
complex was sealed 2 months ago and is protected by magic. If I were to use my powers to see what is happening there, they would be able to trace it back to me within a matter of minutes. So, I will send you to the corporation via a portal. But we must be quick so as not to arouse suspicion. The longer the portal remains open, the more likely we will be discovered. Look for any sign of the acolyte.
Now it's starting to sound more like a Metal Gear Solid game. The streets don't make sense in this game. Just with the way the castle's made. Speaking of Metal Gear Solid, they did add weird stealth portions to this game that people did not like. There's one mission in particular where you're trying to hide from a goat man. And I guess it's supposed to be the hardest part of this whole fucking game. I remember only getting caught like once or twice, and then getting through it pretty good. At least my chest is exposed. I remember what the sneak, I guess there isn't, there's only a sneak button in the levels where it's needed. There's a map in this game, but it's not particularly useful. It's like the Prince of Persia map. Or just sort of just shows segments of the area that you're sort of in. Shadow daggers. You have to sneak by those big red guys with the Gatling guns. I remember that. These guys are like one-hit kill things. Those guys, yeah.
I sense the presence of a Golgoth guard. You are no match for this enemy. Hide.
You're no match for them, Snake.
I can hide there.
I can crawl in a pile of rats. Yeah, turning to rats and like wolves and shit like that, that's classic Dracula shit. That's pretty cool. like a way to crawl inside little holes or sneak by people. But I think you can only transform if you touch one of those shadow holes. Yeah. Okay.
The guard hasn't seen you. Get close to him and use your power of possession, if you remember how to use it.
I remember. I completely forgot this part of the game.
My blood is destroying this being. I don't have much time.
I think these are one of the only creatures you get to possess.
Access granted. Isolating decontamination area. Emitting decontaminating nanoparticle. Remain in the center of the hatch. Area decontaminated. Hold your position until the hatch is completely open.
Having future shit's kind of weird for Castlevania, but it was interesting. I don't know if those Dawn of Sorrow games have much future or modern shit in them. At least it was a new idea. Bat Swarm. Okay, you just sort of naturally sneak around shit. I better become a rat. I guess I can't touch that thing. Yeah. Maybe that's for leaving the building. Looks so excited to be a rat. Okay. What is this? The pain box. Ooh. Okay.
Something is going on at Biochemic Corporation.
I should check it out.
Blessed city, Ruthlin Amok.
I guess they come back in here, so I should go up. There we go. Can I do anything to speed up his death? Like, get out of him? Just wait for him to die. Kind of like their designs, you know, they sort of look like knights. Okay, let's get that real fast. Huh. They must be everlasting or something. Because now there's two of them. 4.
Who are you?
Wait.
Follow me if you wish to recover your sword.
I guess you didn't raise Trevor, so you wouldn't know who he looked like. But yeah, it's supposed to be like the doors that take you back in time. I don't remember if it's fully explained or if it's just a gameplay thing. But it's a way of,
What kind of miracle is this?
most of the areas are the exact same map, just sort of redone. Essentially, you have 2 versions of the castle to look through. Juicy. Everything's a la carte in this game. Trevor's a la carte, the bodyguard is a la carte, and that wolf you see when you come up to these time doors, he's also a la carte. There's a DLC where you play as a la carte, and it's sort of like you doing shit in the background of this game. right? I think that's what it was. It was kind of short. You had like your own segment of the castle you could look through, but technically you were doing all the background stuff of this game.
That blood is clogging the mechanism.
Yes, it does. Oh, wait a minute, I went completely backwards. Shit. I looked away when the fucking gear was turning, and I guess clicking it again sent me back. Okay, one more time. Okay, this door. Wasn't paying attention. I'm Wade. Oops. Fuck. At least I have my pain box. Another pain box over there. I think this game and Stick of Truth were like it was like the last PS3 games I focused on before I ended up buying a PS4. It was around that time. Yeah, it's weird, like, the first game is all about Gabriel accidentally killing his wife and all that stuff. Trevor is technically born right before the first game and was hidden away for unknown reasons.
The Void Sword.
Or the Goat Man.
Don't leave us, my prince. Don't go. Your place is here. This is your home. We are your true.
I did like this part of the game, of like the castle being its own like enemy.
We are
Oh shit. Why isn't it letting me grab that?
Please, stay with us.
There we go.
Leave us alone. You will never escape. This is your place, my lord.
The idea of the castle being alive and it has like this blood that runs through it. That's a pretty cool concept. I don't know if any of the older Castlevanias have the same concept.
This is your fault.
Look what you're making us do!
It's not infinite anymore. So if you want to gather your points, you have to build your focus bar like the first game, which means you have to attack without getting hit or using any magic. There we go. Then you can collect the points in either your sword or your claws. They have a weird blood boss in this game. Or like they find a way to make the castle a legit boss of the game. I just remember like a little worm with Gabriel's head on it. He's like, I am your destruction. Circle and all that too. Now this Golem guy's a boss now, but he becomes a regular enemy later. You can only attack it where the blood is. Stick it in you.
You can't destroy.
You belong to this
Let's see. I only played the first game for like an hour and a half the other night. We're about at that point now. Oh yeah, and each thing sort of has their own little skill tree. If I was doing a serious playthrough, then I'd probably look into it. Primordial Voyaging. Yes. But you use the freeze this shit. Supposed to be like, yeah, these things. They're a different color from the first game. They're yellow then. We use this to build up your magic, and this to get your health. That was one thing I can't dog is the art style. The environments are really cool in this game. All the concept art's really cool. Miss Huey! Tears of Strength. Temporary increased maximum health. I guess that just it makes you invincible for a few seconds. Or it's a quick way to heal yourself. One of the two. A lot of these things. It's a blue gem. Is it supposed to jump down here? I would think so. Okay. The way they pace the game is pretty good because there are parts to the castle that you really don't have access to until you have the claws or like certain things. So it's not exactly like Dark Souls quality or anything, but the 3D landscapes has some backtracking that's involved in. It feels sort of like a proper 3D Metroidvania. The people who made this game went on to do the new Metroid games. It was like it was mostly the Mirror Fate game on 3DS that got them the Samus Return gig. Am I going the right fucking way? I don't know. Oh, I see the arrow on the map. I guess I should go that way. I swear to God, if I'm going backwards, I'm going to scream. Ooh, now this is new. Don't have a key. They're really generous with these crystals. Okay. Freeze this. Right? Oh, the cage is up. I see. I found Dracula's diary. You know, usually men keep journals, but whatever. Oh, my imaginary son. He's in danger.
Stop. My lord. My friend.
See, these guys are supposed to be your lackeys, but the castle, like, corrupts them, and that's why you have to fight them. This guy's supposed to be like a vampire knight. Come, my poor son. Hide behind my skirt. Oh, now it's all bloody. You're not a lord anymore.
My protection. You're not our lord anymore.
I think these knight characters are supposed to be kind of hard. They seem familiar enough. When did this game come out? 2014? Why would Dracula drink their blood? Yes, sir. To you. Fucking bitch slap me. Oh, shit. One more. My son! I'm aboard.
Son, I had no choice.
Yes. You did. Take this. Use it, and I will come.
So you like made this an art class or something?
Or just a dream.
Yeah, the medallion's the thing that takes you between the past and the present. Calls the White Wolf, and technically the wolf is Alucard too. So not only is he in that suit of armor, but he shows up every time to be a wolf so he can do this. Oh yeah, I have a skill tree, I keep forgetting. Wait, where the bat's at? Oh, over there. Big snail trail of blood behind us. Now it's supposed to be the future.
I'm back in the real world.
And you can travel back and forth whenever. So there's a little bit of backtracking that happens throughout these areas. Like when you get the claws, there's certain areas you have to come back to if you want to progress.
This is not your place. This is not your place. Come back to us. Return to the last
There's a little arrow on the map. Yeah, that was the hallway you were going through when you got all trippy. I think this is where we have to go. Right? This one? I guess that arrow just means other room. Ah. That was where it was pointing to. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I get it now. There we go. Where are the rats? Rats, rats, where are the rats? I'm the giant rat that makes all the rules. Oh. No. It'd be funny if you ran out of rats, you actually died. Now we turn to a rat. Shit. I like collecting little bird skulls. Wait, what do I want? Select dagger? Just to get behind him? Then control him. shit. Okay, well that's probably it for Castlevania 2.